What up though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do these 10,000 steps. Topic of today is the passport bros and what I think about them as a movement. This is a question that I was asked. I thought it'd be an interesting topic to turn into a video. The passport bros, I really have no ill feelings about them, no real ill thoughts about them. I personally am a advocate for you going where you're celebrated. So the dating market here in the US, it's got its ups and downs, to put it mildly. The dating market here in the US, it's got its ups and downs. Certain types of individuals believe that they're never going to get what they're looking for in a woman here in the United States. Now, I can disagree with that, but it doesn't matter because I'm not them. So I can't really speak for them on what they should or shouldn't do. If they believe that going somewhere else is going to net a better result, how can I really, disagree with them on that? They're oftentimes looking for a wife. Now, some aren't. Some are just going over to DR, in Thailand, just looking for a good time. They going over there with a couple dollars in their pocket, and they trying to live out the player lifestyle over there that they can't live over here because the women over here aren't checking for them. But some genuinely are looking for a wife, and they don't believe that they're going to find what they're looking for here, so they venture off to other places. Again, if you believe that that's the best option for you, knock yourself out. Personally, now I've kind of looked up some videos on this to hear different guys' reasons for why they're doing this. And when I look at some of these guys, I think that there's room for improvement. They're not attracting the type of women that they want because there's working on themselves that they could be doing that they haven't done yet. Some of them, I think their expectations can be a little high. Now, we hold women accountable for having some of these really high standards, really unreasonable expectations. And some of these guys that are part of the whole passport bros movement, when I listen to them talk about what they want, considering what they're bringing to the table and the amount of working on themselves, self-improvement that they've done, they sound as unreasonable as some of these women that we hold accountable and say that they need to lower their standards. If you want a feminine, submissive woman, that is here for you in the United States, but you have to be a certain type of guy in order to get that. So if you got a woman that's, working with you 50-50, nowadays, a woman does not want to go 50-50 and be submissive and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. We're just dealing with what is. Nowadays, many women, they refuse to be a submissive, cooperative wife, and they have to go 50-50 with a guy. So with that being the case, you got to be a bill payer. And that's whatever. My granddaddy was a bill payer. My father was a bill payer. So this isn't a concept that is surprising to me or new to me in any way, shape, or form. This is something that for me just is expected. You got to be a bill payer. So you have to put yourself in a position where you can receive that type of woman. If you're a guy that's underachieving financially and you want this woman that's going to cater to you and whatnot, that's likely not going to happen for you. And even if you do go to one of these other places and find a wife, she may agree to that now, but when you bring her back here and she gets a taste of living here and She meets a few friends here and they get in her head and they're telling her this and that. She may have agreed to that then when she was trying to get out of where she was at, but it's highly likely that eventually she's going to get tired of being this submissive, cooperative wife for you, and she has to pay half of the bills. Again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong because everybody's situation is unique to them. I'm just saying generally, the women of today, they're not going to be that if they got to pay 50-50, man. That just is what it is. So if you're a bill payer, you stand a much better chance of that. I, right now, know a guy who is not working. Now, this isn't a friend of mine. This is just somebody that I know. This could never be a friend of mine because I would roast the hell out of him. Like, all of us, if this was somebody in our friend circle, we'd all take turns just roasting him because that's what men do. We hold each other accountable. When we're screwing up, if you're overweight, it's like, bro, like, what's going on with you, man? You getting fat on us. Like, what are you going to do about that? Or if you not working enough, always talking about something you broke. Like, man, why are you broke? Why are you sitting here playing 2K and you saying you don't know if you're going to be able to make your rent at the beginning of the next month or not? Like, what are you doing? So this is definitely not somebody in my friend circle. But anyway, I know a guy right now who is not working. He sits at home watching, what they call it, the term for it, prong. You know what I'm talking about. PRO, trying to be friendly for a YouTube algorithm because YouTube doesn't like that word. But sits around watching that all day, touching himself multiple times a day, playing 2K, and his wife is now working 3 jobs. She's working 2 jobs plus doing DoorDash. So, dude, you can't be moving like that and want a submissive, cooperative wife. Like, that's just not gonna work. Like, nothing about being taken care of by a woman is a turn on to her. So you're gonna find that you're gonna have a woman that's more masculine acting. You're gonna find that you're gonna have a woman that talks back a lot, is more disrespectful, because you're not showing yourself to be a man worthy of respect in her eyes. You are being a bum. So, you can't do that. So this ties into the whole passport bro thing, because I'm just saying, just like that guy, he's got kind of out of whack expectations. Some of these passport bros, not all, because I understand the concept of what they're trying to do. I'm not doing so well here, so what are my chances somewhere else? I completely understand that. All I'm saying that is some of them are achieving way too low to expect the types of women that they want. You cannot be some underachieving dude and want this sweet, cooperative, submissive woman. They don't go hand in hand. You can't expect to ask a woman to go out, work 40 hours, battling the world the same as you, and then she got to come home and play happy homemaker wife to you. I'm not saying she's got to be rude and masculine and all that sort of stuff. I'm just saying that if you're looking for a wife that's going to be like subservient, making your lunches, washing your clothes, making your bed, all those sorts of good things, sending you those lovey-dovey text messages throughout the day about how much she loves you, how much you turn her on, all that sort of stuff. You have to put her in a position to where she can do that sort of stuff. And nothing about having to shoulder the same responsibilities as you as a man, and she's a woman. Nothing about shouldering the same responsibilities that you have to shoulder as a man is gonna put her in that. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying with that, because I tried to explain this as good as possible without throwing shots at anybody, because I don't like to just throw shots at people. So I don't have anything negative to say about the passport bros. Go where you're celebrated, but some of them are a bit unreasonable, and we have to hold each other accountable in our community. It's especially the men. Like, it's very imperative to hold the men of our community accountable. Like, you can't expect a certain caliber of woman when you're not a certain caliber of dude. You have to do things in order to attract that type of woman. And if you do attract that certain type of woman, you have to be a certain type of dude in order to keep her. Because one of them chicks over there in DR, again, some of them just want to come over here, and they'll say anything in the beginning in order to get over here, and they'll do anything in order to give off the impression that they want to be here with you, they're going to stay with you. And once they get over here and start to get used to our living over here, settle into a job, you know, if you intend to have her working, make some friends, eventually she's going to be around guys that are better than you, guys that are better than you in terms of character, guys that are better than you in terms of finances, and she's going to become more attracted to them. And before you know it, she's going to be leaving you for one of these chads that's already over here, that out the gate is able to do more for her than what you've been doing during the time that she's been over here with you. You don't want that. But if you're a certain type of dude, you don't have to worry about those struggles in the first place. She's not leaving you. But I can also say, if you're a certain type of dude, the whole passport thing isn't your life anyway, because you have no problem attracting the women here and retaining the women here. Like, not to brag, but that's just never been my struggle. I have no problem attracting American women. Never have in my life. I've never once in my life had a hard time getting, you know, laid. I was trying to use a different word because, you know, as I said, I be trying to be PG for YouTube, but you know, that's just the one to use in this case. You know, that's just never been my life. So if you're a certain type of dude, some of these things just aren't your struggle at all. But appreciate you guys connecting with me out here on this walk downtown Detroit, 10,000 steps. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me them comments of what y'all think about this topic. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.